Good morning. This is Morning Sky. I'm your host, Sky. All right, we're covering the Julio Foolio trial. I did do a deep dive. I don't know if it was deep enough. That's why I'm like shooting from the hip and rolling dice because it's a lot of information. I don't know what's pertinent. What the closest thing I got was ATK stands for Aces Top Killers. There's another faction that grew out of you know, basic rap feuds. I learned that Julio Foolio's injuries included shots to the torso and to his back, and that they led to his fatality 2 days later. And like I said, I'm just going to airdrop you into the court proceedings, and we'll have a go. Hold on.
What color are the bags that he's bringing out?
A pink one in his left and a blue one in his right.
What's he doing now?
Opening up the front passenger door of his BMW, carrying a blanket.
What's happening here?
At this point, co-defendant Isaiah Chance leaves to go pick up defendant Alicia Andrews.
What's in this video?
This is after arriving back from picking up Alicia.
What's going on now?
These appear to be some door-to-door type salesmen, and they apparently talking to Alicia in the front passenger seat there.
Who's that?
Co-defendant Isaiah Chance.
Detective, what's happening now?
Sean Gaithwaite and the Impala had left for a little while. He's returning now, and defendant Alicia Andrews is coming out of the front passenger seat of Isaiah Chance's BMW, and Isaiah Chance is coming out of the rear passenger side of his vehicle.
Where does Miss Andrews go?
She goes into the Impala. It appears the back seat.
Okay, if we now jump to the next day, June 23rd of 2024,
Yes.
and approximately what time?
This is approximately between 6 and 7 p.m. on the 23rd.
And is this the first time you are now seeing Rashad Murphy on video footage?
Correct.
Does he come out of that Uber driver's vehicle?
Yes.
And who are the other two occupants of the Uber driver's vehicle?
Defendant Alicia Andrews and co-defendant Isaiah Chance.
And who's holding that pink duffel bag?
Co-defendant Rashad Murphy.
Is that the same pink duffel bag, or appears to be the same pink duffel bag originally carried out of the house on June 22nd of 2024?
It appears to be.
Why you outside, bro? Why you outside, bro?
What do we see now?
Defendant Alicia Andrews and co-defendants Rashad Murphy and Isaiah Chance around Isaiah Chance's BMW.
And what happens to that pink bag?
It goes back into Sean Gaithwaite's house.
Does that appear to be the same pink bag that Alicia Andrews unloads from the Airbnb into the Uber?
It does appear to be, yes.
And do you capture the time when they finally leave?
Yes.
This time, who is in Isaiah Chance's BMW?
Defendant Alicia Andrews and co-defendant Rashad Murphy. And then co-defendant Isaiah Chance will drive it away.
Was there video footage that was also recovered that showed Isaiah Chance later returning back to Mr. Gathrigh's house?
Okay, so what you saw was a lot. It was a lot of nothing, but it meant something. If you know what I mean. It seemed like it was just regular day-to-day, throwing out the garbage, letting the dog out, and letting it back in. Seems like it was like any normal day, but there's something insidious and something growing underneath all this. It's just, to me, it just shows that there's a dearth of information still plaguing the law enforcement. Like they had collected enough information regarding the defendants, but it seems like whatever this was a ring. I guess this is a ring camera system, and it may have done them in. This may be damning evidence. And I'm looking at Alicia. Hold on, let's go to Alicia. Look at Alicia. What's she wearing? A sweater, nice white blouse or shirt. Another, hair, curly. Looks like a little girl. Looks like she's underage. Looks like she's a minor. All this is all to do with the understanding of the jury. It's if she was wearing orange jumpsuit or black and white orange jumpsuit, it'd be a totally different atmosphere. And I think it was what's his goddamn name? Trying to think of his name. I can't even think of his name. But he said one of my supporters pointed out that he's surprised that she's not even wearing glasses. I'm surprised too. I'm surprised they didn't just slap some glasses on her face. Said, wear these. These are going to help you out in your case. Son of Son 90 said it. So let's go back to the court proceedings.
I believe so, yes.
And
okay, so they're on break for a little while. While they're on break, I will just fill you in on a little bit of information. Youngin, what's his name? Youngin Ace, also known as by his birth name Keonta Tyrone Bullard, was antagonist to the late Julio Foolio or Charles Jones. He had a stewing feud with, I guess you can call it beef because they put guns out. It was a beef. I just am trying to figure out how these young niggas move. These young niggas is wild. Like there's no respect for life whatsoever. Not 1 ounce of respect for life and their own lives. They're ready to go. They're TTG. They're trained to go. So I think that it would be incumbent upon us to address these young people and show them the way that they can get money, they can get girls or boys, if they so choose to. But you can have the riches of the world. You can have values. You have a value system, a system of morality and ethics that teaches you to be selfish and to be rational and to be thoughtful. That's what this whole thing is about. These young people, these young wolves, these young niggas out here in these streets killing each other over what? Over a song, over a girl, over territory, over drugs sold, moving away from state to state. And like I said, Alicia Andrews is no babe in the woods. Allegedly, she's no babe in the woods. She knows more than she's letting on. She has a firmer grasp than most people would expect her to have on the situation. It's a very contentious situation because she has everything going for her in her life. She's 22 years old. She's 22 years old, and she has the ability to make herself into a fine young lady, but I think it's too late now. I think I see her going, to Central Book. I see her in a jumpsuit for the rest of her life. I see that, but it may not be true. She'll probably get 20 years, 10 years, 5 years probation, something like that. That's how they knock it down. They're trying to do something like that. They're trying to pretend like she's some kind of. Oh, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see what they were seeing. I didn't know what was happening. That's the kind of idealism they want to inject into the jury. And she's got some. I mean, they seem to be janky lawyers. I don't know. They could be top professional. I don't know, but they allegedly seem to be janky, second-rate attorneys to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but the prosecution is going to dig and dig and dig and continue to find all the different co-defendants guilty on these charges. She already has she's 22 years old and she has a life sentence hanging over her head. I mean, what kind of psychology is that? I got to give her some credit. She's not bawling her eyes out every time they show her on camera. She's a cold-blooded killer, allegedly. She's her crimes extend to first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Those are her crimes. So we shall see what happens within the next few days. We shall see what happens, what transpires over these next few weeks. I think probably going to be maybe a few months, because there's so many people involved in this particular case. And I like I said, I try to do a deep dive. Try to get the different people involved. Try to understand their backgrounds. Youngin Ace went gold twice, as I've noticed. He's collaborated with Black Youngster, Lil Durk, Dej Loaf, Boosie Badass, Stunner from Vegas, and No Cap, among others. He landed on 81 on the Billboard 200. It's pretty extraordinary for a young man. He's only 27 years old. I'm looking for information. Okay, so it seems like it's over 10 years, been a decade-long violent gang feud. There's gangs like 6 block. That's the block. That's the 6 block that Julio Foolio represented, and he had a the name Kill Them All, a street gang. The violence he witnessed, including the murder of his own father in 2011, became the subject of his music. The deadly gang feud. There's 1200 is a gang. You know, this is what makes me so amazed. You know, these creative young people. They're creative. You can't say anything against them for being, you know, creative, but they're destructive at the same time. That's extraordinary. It's such a strange position to be in. It's so weird. It's so strange to have the ability to express yourself artistically and then have this destructive nature where you have to get the ooh-wops, the blickies, the burners, the toasters, and start gunning down niggas. It's absolutely, it's just insanity. I'm here to critique the insanity. It makes zero sense. It is complete nonsense. That's too weak a word. It's evil. It's complete evil. How you have the ability to get on the microphone and convey a message. And you also have the ability to pick up a weapon, a firearm, and aim it at somebody and take their life. Over what? Over words mainly? Over, you know, just the fact that we don't represent the same block. We have a different set. Is that the main draw? Is that what we have to go through now? What is that about? We have to come to grips with that. We've seen already in the past decades, Chicago, New York, Philly, LA, Gary, Indiana, Detroit, Michigan, Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, Florida. It's like they're so young and they're ready for life, but they're like, you know what, I could die too. I'm good. I could die. Doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. Their life definitely doesn't matter. I could shoot them all day. And it won't even make any, you know, problems for my life until somebody comes back for the payback, and then it's all over. So we have Mr. Jones, deceased, based on the fact that he was in a gang in a feud. Well, he wasn't. He may not have been in. Was he in the gang? I'm not sure. Here, they're coming back into the courtroom.
All rise. All due respect.
All right, thank you. Welcome back. And everyone have a seat and you may continue.
May I proceed, Judge?
Yes.
Detective Ramos, I'm going to show you again 61B2. Got the defendant with that pink bag that had come out of Sean Gaffright's house and then been loaded back there prior to their trip to Tampa.
Correct.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 98.
What is she writing? What is she writing down right now? What's coursing through her mind and flowing through that pen? Because they're honing in on her. Alicia Andrews. Was it a defendant? Defendant Alicia Andrews writing something down furiously. Let's see what she has to. We may never know what she had to say. Who knows?
Just the way the format, all of those independent video clips came.
Correct.
And then if you look at, we'll start at the top one. Can you kind of go through and explain how that timestamp works?
Yes, so the file name includes the entire timestamp of when that video begins or that activation was received by the camera and it started recording. So at the very top, the first clip that we showed in the composite is Isaiah Chance arriving at 2024, June 22nd at 12:28, 32. So that has the year, month, day, the hour, minute, and second.
And you got both the 22nd and the 23rd, is that correct?
Correct.
And then just for example, just show me the first one. I'm going to show you what's already in evidence, states 76B. B1 from Ms. Andrews' cell right extraction of her Apple iCloud account. Did you recognize this messaging?
Yes, I do.
And it is from Ms. Adore, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, is that one of Ms. Andrews, one of her usernames?
Yes.
And it's to a person named Kiera Marie, is that correct?
Correct.
Are you familiar with Ms. Marie based on your investigation in this case?
Just what I was told to by the defendant.
You had previously interviewed the defendant, is that correct?
Correct.
And can you give us the date and time when this messaging is coming from? Alicia Andrews, the defendant in this case?
It's June 21st, 2024 at 10:52 p.m.
Okay, and what is she messaging this person that goes by Kiera Marie?
Hey, could I book for a B&B in Tampa?
And then what is the response?
Hey, what dates you need?
Then what does the defendant message?
Tomorrow, but what date do you have available?
Going to page 2 of State's Exhibit 76B2. What is the next response from Kiera Marie?
How many bedrooms do you need is at the
I'm
top.
sorry.
Yep. How many bedrooms, question mark?
And what is the defendant's response?
Like 2.
Okay. And of course, this is not in Eastern Standard Time. Is this correct?
Correct.
This is in UTC time.
Correct.
So what would you have to do in order to make it Eastern Standard Time?
Subtract 4. So the first message sent at 10:52 would actually have been sent at 6:52 in our time frame.
And then what is the response from Kiera Marie?
Hey, I only found tomorrow-Tuesday.
And again, this now says it's going into 6/23 of 2024 at 12:13:41 UTC time. What is that in Eastern Standard Time?
That would have been approximately 8 p.m. on the 22nd. They would have already been in Tampa.
So I'm going to go back to the first page of this when this message is sent. You said that you did the conversion. So this says 10:52 p.m. UTC time. What was it in Eastern Standard Time?
6:52:25 p.m.
And this is coming from the defendant's Instagram. I'm not sorry, her iCloud account. Is that correct? The backlog for her phone.
Yes.
Was her actual phone that was used during this incident that is seen on video at the Airbnb in Tampa, was that ever recovered by law enforcement?
No.
Why not?
She got rid of it.
And when she did,
You explain, don't let the predicate for how it is that.
was that a device that you were looking for in this particular investigation?
Yes.
Were you requesting the assistance of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to assist you with executing search warrants in this particular case?
Correct.
At some point, were you aware that her device had been located by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Were you apprised of the circumstances of when that happened and where it happened?
Yes.
When did that happen?
June 27th, 4 days after the murder.
And during that, when you were alerted by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, did you express an interest in obtaining her cell phone?
Yes.
Did she have it at the time when they came into contact with her?
She had a cell phone in her possession.
And what was the circumstances of that cell phone when Jacksonville Sheriff's Office came in contact with her?
The cell phone she had in her possession on June 27th when JSO came in contact with her was a new cell phone. It was not the same device that sent these messages days prior.
And when the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office came in contact, detectives that were assisting with you, did they say what in particular was happening with her new phone?
That it had been updated, like set up brand new.
And
Do you mind checking speculation about the old phone being gotten rid of?
Okay, so I'll sustain it as to that assertion that she got rid of it, okay?
where was she at the time when she was located?
Isaiah Chance's house.
Was a search warrant executed on Isaiah Chance's house at that time?
Yes.
Was there a search warrant that was done independently for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
And was there a search warrant that was done for this investigation?
Yes.
During that search warrant, when Ms. Andrews was on premises, was there any other device that was located that belonged to her?
No.
In particular, on this time frame of June 21st of 2024, when this message was sent at 6:52:25 p.m., did I ask you to look at her cell site data and her timing advance data of her cell phone for her device to determine what her location was at that time?
Yes.
And what was her location at that time when it was sent?
At 6:52 on Friday the 21st, she was approximately in the area of Interstate Center Drive and Clark Road. Yes, Interstate Center Drive and Clark Road in Jacksonville, Florida.
And did I also ask you to, and is that located in Jacksonville, Florida?
Correct.
Duval County?
Correct.
Did I also ask you to take a look at Isaiah Chance's cell phone data, his cell site information for his device?
Yes,
Did you do that?
I did.
And where was his location when this Instagram, I'm sorry, I keep saying Instagram, when this message was sent from a device that had access to the defendant's Apple iCloud?
At 6:52 on the 21st, when this message is sent, Isaiah Chance's device was miles away from Alicia's device. His was in the vicinity of Sean Gaithwright's house.
And his device was being utilized and accessed, correct?
Correct.
So she, the defendant, if she's the one who sent this message, she's at,
Don't leave, just rephrase.
is Miss Andrews at a separate location than Isaiah Chance when she is trying to book an Airbnb in Tampa?
Yes,
How far away is she?
miles.
I'm going to show you 110. G. This is from the extraction of the phone found in Rashad Murphy's possession. Do you recognize that, detective?
Yes,
And again, this is a message within the Airbnb application. Is that correct? App.
correct.
And did you know when this was sent to try to get the Airbnb, to actually book the Airbnb that was utilized in this case?
Yes,
When was it sent?
3:55 a.m. on Saturday, June 22nd, 2024.
And did you have other evidence that when this Airbnb actually was confirmed?
Yes,
And when was that?
around that same time.
Was it within minutes of when this message was sent from Anthony Alava to Rashad Murphy?
Correct.
Did I also ask you to look at the cell site information for Rashad Murphy, that the phone that was in his possession that is utilized both by him and Charmaine Steiger?
Correct.
And where was it, what vicinity was that cell phone in at the time when this message is happening to book the Airbnb here in Tampa?
The Murphy resident, near the Murphy residence, 301 Caravan Circle in Jacksonville, Florida.
Is that located in Duval County?
Yes.
I'll show you what's already been introduced into evidence 94C4. Did you also do a search warrant to access the Apple iCloud information of Sean Gathright?
Yes.
You are aware or familiar with the Cellbrite tool that allows you to look at what was contained on his Apple iCloud backup?
Yes.
Before I ask you directly about these questions, were you ever able to get the cell phone of Sean Gathright that he had in his possession and that he used during the perpetration of the crimes here in Tampa?
No.
Did Sean Gathright also have a new phone?
Correct.
I'm going to ask you to take a look at this particular message that was sent from his device that had access to the Apple iCloud. Can you tell us what this time is right here?
Yes, this is on Saturday, June 22nd, 2024 at 5:22:46 p.m.
And because it says UTC time -4, has that already been converted to Eastern Standard Time?
Correct.
So this is actually happening at 5:22, and it says from, is that correct?
Correct.
And who's it from?
That is a phone number that was verified to belong to co-defendant Isaiah Chance. It's at the top.
And that is the 904 number ending in 4707.
Correct.
And what specifically is Isaiah Chance sending to Sean Gathright in his instant messages?
He's sending the address to the Airbnb that they would stay at in Tampa.
And is that indeed the Airbnb that we earlier saw from video 3703, Gazebo Pond Lane, Tampa, Florida?
Correct.
Now, we've talked about some of the cell phone already. Did you, during the course of your investigation, do subpoenas as well as search warrants to obtain the cell phone data from Alicia Andrews?
Yes.
Did you also do the same thing, obtain a search warrant as well as subpoena for the cell phone information from the cell phone provider for Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
Did you do the same thing for Sean Gathright,
Yes.
for Davian Murphy?
Yes.
What about Rashad Murphy? Did he have a phone other than that phone that was confiscated in Georgia in Gwinnett County that was in his physical possession?
The investigation revealed that phone was left in Jacksonville during their trip down to Tampa.
Could you find any other sort of phone that he may have utilized while he was down here?
No.
But did you look at the cell site data for that phone that was confiscated in Gwinnett County from Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
And based on the cell site data, was there any sort of information showing that that phone traveled to Tampa?
No, it did not.
Your Honor, at this time, we are going to introduce State's Exhibits 72A through D.
Okay, any objection? You know what it is, you wanna show it to them?
Oh, we showed it to them, but I'm definitely showing it. I'll show it.
No objection.
Okay, admitted? You said, I'm sorry, the 72A through
D.
D, okay?
Detective, I'm going to show you 72A. Drop this down. Is this just a business record certification saying these records are kept in the normal course of business from AT&T?
Correct.
I'm going to show you 72B. Are these the AT&T subscriber records that you received when you did a search warrant for the phone records belonging to Isaiah Chance.
Yes, ma'am.
And does this show what the subscriber, what his name and address is?
Yes.
And can you, for the record, state what that is?
The name is Isaiah Chance. The credit address is 2534 West 28th Street, Jacksonville, Florida 32209.
And then does it also, give an email for his account, which I think is,
Yes.
oh, I see it now. Right there.
Yes, Isaiah Chance at yahoo.com.
And part of the records that you receive, are they considered or referred to as call detail records?
Yes.
I'm going to show you 72D. And what are call detail records?
Call detail records are anytime your phone receives or makes a phone call or a text message, something that would go over the network of the provider, AT&T or T-Mobile, it would be logged into this detailed record.
And you got it for a significant time period, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And we're gonna go to the dates that we're talking about, but before that, I just wanna go over just so the jury has a general understanding of what type of information is contained in these records.
Yes.
So if we start over in this column, what is it?
That's the connection date that activity happened.
Okay, and then again, when we're looking under time, under connection time,
Yeah, the time on that date.
and again, is this in Eastern Standard Time or is this in UTC time?
UTC.
So you would have to do a conversion of subtracting 4 to get the time here in Florida when the call is either being made or received.
Correct.
Okay, and then what does it mean here, this column, seizure time?
Those are technical times for either the amount of time it could connected or how long the call was connected.
And then ET?
Similar.
Okay, originating number?
That's the number that dialed or started the connection.
Since this is the phone records for Isaiah Chance, his number could be either the originating call, or a terminating call. Is that correct?
Correct. So in this instance, the 773 number called his number and he terminated it.
Okay. And so his number is this 904-309-4707. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then what is IME? What does that stand for, IMEI?
So the IMEI is like the serial number to the actual physical device that's being used when this call is made.
I'm going to go ahead and jump to so on June, do you see where the time is right here?
Correct.
Let's start up here. June 22nd, 8:45:59. Can you do the conversion for us?
That would be 4:45 a.m. on Saturday the 22nd.
And what number is calling him?
Appears to be a 904-898-9800.
Sorry, went to the wrong one. I'm going to go down here to 6:22 at 19. 1949. Do you recognize this number?
Yes.
And whose number is that?
The 945-3825 number that's calling him is the number registered to Sean Gaithright.
And again, is it the one right after it? I'm gonna go right below it. 622-1949 UTC number. Is that another call from Sean Gathright?
Correct.
Then I'm gonna go right below that. June 22nd, 1957. Is this a different number?
Yes.
And what number is that?
904-203-3137 is a number registered to co-defendant Davion Murphy.
I'm gonna go to the next page. See this time, June 23rd of 2024.
Yes.
Do you recognize that number?
Yes, Sean Gaithright.
And the one immediately underneath it, again, 6/23/19/10:53 UTC time. What time is that? Eastern Standard Time.
3:10 p.m.
Okay, and again, is he receiving a phone call from Sean Gathright?
Yes.
I'm gonna go immediately below it. June 23rd, 1951, 27 UTC time.
Davion Murphy.
Davion Murphy. Then I'm gonna go to June 23rd, 1951, 48. Again, is that a call from Davion Murphy?
Yes.
And then June 23rd, 1952. Is that another attempted call from Davion Murphy?
Yes.
And then June 23rd, 2024, 1952. Again, what phone number is that?
Davion Murphy's phone number.
Then 6/23, 1952. Again, who is making a phone call to him?
Davion Murphy.
These are call detail records, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you receive additional records that were records that contained the cell site location of the device?
Yes.
And what's contained on 72C, is that the cell site information, the data provided by the company AT&T that contains all of the corresponding cell site information for all of those facilities? Does the call data record, does that only record calls that are coming to and from that device that are utilizing cell phone towers?
Correct.
On any sort of Apple device, is there communication, phone calls that could be captured on the, or made on the device that would not be captured in call detail records?
Correct. If it uses the iOS network, it would not be captured on your provider like the AT&T call detail records.
This time we introduce into evidence states 71A through D.
Any objection?
Yes.
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
And 71A, assist the business certification for the phone records belonging to Ms. Andrews.
Yes.
And she's with T-Mobile.
Correct.
Did you also get her subscriber information?
Yes.
And for this phone, does it indicate the name and address of the subscriber?
Yes.
And what is it for the record?
Alicia Andrews.
And what? And I'm also going to show you call detail records. I'm going to show you June 23rd. And does it say that what type of time that these records are in?
Yes, UTC.
Going to June 23rd at 6:08 UTC time. What would that be in Eastern Standard Time?
2:08 a.m. on June 23rd.
And is there an incoming call?
Yes,
And who's that from at that time?
that is Sean Gaithwright's number.
And based on the video footage, where is Alicia Andrews at approximately that time?
At 2:08, she's en route to Teasers.
And then going to June 23rd, 2024, approximately, is that now 2:31 Eastern Standard Time?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there now a attempt at an outgoing call?
Yes, from Alicia Andrews' phone number attempting to call Sean Gaithwright.
And actually, let's go all the way through. Was that actually completed successfully?
Yes.
And then 6/23rd of 2024, 2:32:07 seconds. What's going on at that point?
Another attempted outgoing call from Alicia Andrews' phone to Sean Gaithwright's phone.
And was that successfully completed?
No.
And were there any other incoming or outgoing calls during that time period that were captured on the call detail records?
No, not outside of this.
Was there another source in the records where you saw communication between Alicia Andrews' phone and Sean Gaithwright?
Yes.
Where was that?
That was derived from the iCloud backup, so specifically iOS messages that occurred around this time that would not have been captured on these records.
And were they captured on Sean Gaithwright's iCloud account?
Correct.
And what was that messaging that was caught?
Yes.
And do you remember the approximate time of that messaging?
Around this time, 2:30 a.m. on the 23rd.
Was there also a sharing of location between Alicia Andrews' device and Sean Gaithwright's phone?
Yes.
Now, there were points in time on that video, in that teaser's video, where you could see Isaiah Chance holding a phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Upper row, go ahead.
That particular time frame, what was that time when that occurred?
That was closer to 2:26, 2:27 a.m. on the 23rd.
Did you search in Alicia Andrews' iCloud account, the backup for her phone and her call detail records, and Sean Gaithwright's phone for any sort of communication that was occurring from her phone at that time?
I did.
Did you locate any sort of evidence of that phone call being made?
No.
Are there other applications on an Apple iPhone that you can utilize to make telephone calls?
Many.
Was there any evidence of some communication that was recorded or documented in the Axiom tool that looked at the backlog of her, or sorry, the backup of her Apple iPhone?
But not outside the iOS, no.
Are there certain applications that don't record or give detailed information of user call detail records?
Without the physical device, yeah, we wouldn't see that.
And if that information wasn't backed up, you would not be able to locate that. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm going to show you. So you did mapping for Miss Andrews' phone,
I did.
also did mapping for Isaiah Chance's phone,
Yes.
Sean Gabright's phone,
Yes.
J.V. Murphy.
Yes.
I'm going to show you 71C. The disk containing the data for Alicia Andrews' phone. So if you take a look up there, are those the different type of files that are sent to you for doing cell phone mapping for Alicia Andrews' phone?
Yes.
Can you tell us what these files are and what's contained within them?
These are basically Excel sheets that have all of the activity that's recording location, specifically latitude and longitudes in different variations. So you have the CDRTs, actually like the call detailed records that we just looked at, but this version includes the latitude and longitude for each connection. And then there's a 5G data, and the one that has the most amount of data is the timing advance.
What do you do with this data in order to be able to map the various locations that the cell phone is in?
So this is considered raw data. It's a bunch of lines with a bunch of numbers. We would put these files into a system called CellHawk that allows us to visually map on a map where each latitude and longitude is showing, and that's how we would map it and view it.
I just want to go into this just so you can kind of explain to me how this is done. I'm going to open up the timing advance. So Detective, when we are looking at this, you can see when the phone calls are made. Is that correct?
This is so the timing advance is specifically any activity that your phone is having. It's data that measures the distance between your device and a cell phone. So these don't all necessarily have to be calls.
So not necessarily when she's making a call. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And does it give again the time, and what is that in UTC time?
Yes.
Okay. Now you said that this gives a corresponding longitude and latitude. Can you point out where that is reflective in the records?
Yes, on the left side of the screen, we see the latitude and longitude of every connection the phone is making with the tower.
And we're starting, and the records are starting at 6/20 of 2024. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that goes all the way, including our time period. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got from the 20th to the 25th to make sure we captured our time period well.
I'm going to show you again from her Apple iCloud backup, 75C6. Detective, do you recognize that?
Yes.
Okay. And where is that of?
This is a photograph of the front of Truth 18 on Bush Boulevard in Tampa, Florida.
I think you testified that it corresponds with when the video was obtained from that location when the victim was present. Is that correct?
Correct.
To show you what's already in evidence, 75C5. Also from her Apple iCloud backup. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to look at the time when this was on her phone. Do you see that?
I see the last modified time.
Oh.
Yes. The date original time is a little bit further down.
Let me move
Yeah, move right there. Yes.
Sorry about that. I wanted you to be able to read it. And what time is that?
Towards the bottom, the 6/23/24 at 2:58 a.m.
And do you recognize this map up here?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what it is?
Yeah, this is a like if you had your maps function on your iPhone active and you're getting directions to go somewhere, and it depicts the major thoroughfare of Hillsborough, east and west, and then northbound on Nebraska, with the very next point to get wherever they're going being South Castle Street, which is the street that Teasers is on.
At this time, exhibit 74.
Any objection? Okay, admitted.
Again, is this the business certification showing Davian Murphy's cell phone is kept in the normal course of business?
Correct.
I'm going to show you T-Mobile. So let's say what the subscriber name is for Mr. Murphy's, what he put in as his subscriber name.
Shug Spaz.
Do those two names mean anything to you?
Yes.
Please tell us what they mean.
They're street names for members of his a group that were killed in this gang war previously.
Or anything from T-Mobile where they require some sort of identification to open up an account with T-Mobile?
You can put whatever name you want there.
And then again, 74D, did you get the corresponding call data records for Davian Murphy from T-Mobile?
Correct.
And then 74C, did you get the data information to be able to do his cell phone mapping data as well?
Yes.
Your Honor, this time we'd introduce into evidence states Exhibit 73A through D.
No.
Okay, admitted.
Detective, I'm going to show you 73A. Again, is this the business certification from AT&T saying that Mr. Gathwright's phone records are kept in the normal course of business?
Correct.
D, the call detail records for Mr. Gathwright's phone.
It's
And-
subscriber information.
This, the first page, the subscriber information.
Yes.
And who's the financial liable party?
Damali Lyle.
How is she related to Mr. Gathwright?
She's Sean's mother.
And then down here for name of user information,
Sean Gaithright.
and does this contain the call detail records for his use starting in May of 2024?
Yes.
And again, did you get them beyond and including the time offense of this particular case?
Yeah, the CDRs we get for 30 days. Yep.
And then 73C, did you also get that same sort of data that we looked at with Alicia Andrews that you could utilize to be able to map his locations for the cell site information?
Yes.
There was also a search warrant for Sean Gathrigh's iCloud backup, is that correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna show you 94C1. I'm gonna ask you to look up here. This user that is saved as Bron, B-R-O-N, do you recognize this phone number up here?
Yeah, that's Alicia Andrews' phone number.
Same phone number that you obtained those cell phone records via search warrant, is that correct?
Correct.
Can you tell us what we're looking at up here in this first blue box?
Yes, this is Alicia Andrews' phone numbers is sharing a live location with Sean Gaithright's phone number.
So just so the from column, that is designating again Ron and her number, is that correct?
Correct.
And 2, whose number is that?
Sean Gaithright's.
And you said that, what does this mean?
That Alicia Andrews' phone sent a live location to Sean Gaithright's phone.
And does it show in this box when that is occurring?
Yeah, the correct Eastern Standard Time, 2 a.m. on Sunday, June 23rd.
And is that before they went to the Teasers nightclub?
That was before, en route to Teasers.
And then the second box, what time are we at now?
Around that same time.
And again, what is going on here?
This one is sharing location with you. So the first one's sent one live location. The next one is sharing a location that would be continuous.
And again, this phone number belongs to?
Alicia Andrews.
And then this box, what's going on? What time are we at?
We're at 2:31 a.m. on the 23rd Eastern Standard.
And what is, who's this from?
This is from Alicia Andrews.
And again, is this time there's actually a message being sent?
Yes,
Okay, and what is she messaging?
to pick up the phone.
And there's a word, I'm not gonna ask you to say it, but it says N-I-G-G-A, pick up the phone, is that correct?
Correct.
And what time is this?
2:31 a.m.
And where, based on the video footage, where are they at that point?
At that point, Alicia Andrews and Isaiah Chance are inside of the Silver Cruise in the rear portion of the Teasers parking lot.
And that's based on the timestamp and the modifications made to real time, is that correct?
Correct.
And that is a time when Charles Jones and his party are already at Teasers, is that also correct?
Yeah, they had already walked inside, correct.
So that was at 2:31:19, and then I'm gonna ask you about this time up here at the top. Oh, sorry, taking it off. So when is this time?
2:31:24.
So just a couple of seconds later, is there another message?
Yes.
Is that the same message that you just sent 2 seconds ago?
Objection. She sent-
Just a roll, go ahead.
Alicia's phone number sent another pick up the phone message, yes.
Still at that same location?
Correct.
Okay, and then let's go to the second box. What time is this occurring?
4:25 a.m.
Okay, and what is going on at this time?
This is Alicia's phone sending a live location of Sean's phone.
And then let's go down to this box. What time are we at now?
4:25 a.m.
Where is that silver Chevy Cruze at?
Around the intersection of McKinley and Fowler near the Homestead Suites.
And what is going on at this time?
This is approximately 1 minute after the victim and his entourage arrived at the Homestead Suites parking lot.
And what is going on?
This is Alicia Andrews' phone sending a location to Sean Gaithwright's phone.
So now we have jumped where they are close to the time when the victim is killed. Is that correct?
Yes, this is approximately 15 minutes before the shots are fired.
And was there some additional messaging that you got from Sean Gaithwright's phone that occurred earlier that night?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's in evidence 94C2. We're going to start at the top there. This number, it's identified as Kyla, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you try to identify her during the course of your investigation?
I did.
Who is this phone number belonging to that's designated as Kyla in Sean Gaithwright's phone?
Kyla Enright,
Where does Kyla Enright live?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Did you conduct an interview with Miss Enright?
I did.
I'm going to go to the first green box. Can you tell us what time period we're at?
We're at 12:32 a.m. on the 23rd.
And who is sending the text and who is receiving it?
Sean Gaithwright's phone is sending a text to Kyla.
And what is the message he's sending?
I need y'all text Fat Boy.
During the course of your investigation, was there anyone with the victim's party, Charles Jones' party, that had a nickname or was known as Fat Boy?
I wasn't able to identify a person.
Go to this. Is this a response from Miss Enright?
Yes.
And when is it sent?
On June 23rd at 12:32 a.m.
And what does she message back in response?
About what?
And then what does the message back from Sean Gaithwright's phone say?
Hey sis, I need ya text Fat Boy and tell him you trying to pull up and trying to see him tonight.
And then what is the response?
He know I'm gone. I've been FT him while I'm out.
And what time did that response happen at?
12:35 a.m. on the 23rd.
What does FT mean?
I have no idea.
And let's go to this green box. What is the response?
He in Tampa right now.
And what time does he send that response?
12:36 a.m. on the 23rd.
What is the next message from Sean Gaithwright's device?
Make it seem like you know he there. You all know he there.
What time is that sent?
12:36 a.m. on the 23rd.
What is his next message that happens at 12:38?
He at a B&B with 6. Be like, where you at? I want to pull up. I'm drunk and you trying to fuck.
Okay. And during the course of your investigation, is there somebody that you know has known as 6?
The victim, Charles Jones.
And was Charles Jones at an Airbnb that night?
Yes.
And then what is his next message that occurs at 12:39:29?
Never mind.
right, going back to 94C2, what is the response from Ms. Enright or Ms. Enright's device?
You want to come to B&B with us?
Sorry, I needed to go down one.
Yeah. We at Tierra, the club,
And what time does that occur?
12:40.
And
Yeah.
then what is the next one at 12:40:37 from that device?
You want to come to the B&B with us?
And then what is their next response at 12:40?
Question mark.
And then what is the device from Mr. Gathright, say at 12:41:19?
No, I'm in Tampa trying to see where his B&B at.
And then what is the response from Ms. Enright's phone?
Who B&B? Question mark.
And then what is the response from Sean Gathwright's phone that occurs at 12:41:50 on 6/23/2020? And then what is his next response at 12:41:53?
Fools.
And then his next response at 12:42:02.
It's his birthday and fat boy with him.
I'm going to go on to that same exhibit 94C2. Sorry. What is the response from Ms. Enright's device that occurs at 12:42:08?
Not here in JX.
And then the device belonging to Mr. Gathright sends a message in response at 12:42.
Nah, they in Tampa.
And then the response back that occurs at 12:42:29.
What question mark?
And then 12:42.
Let me FT.
And then again from Sean Gathwright's device, the message that occurs at 12:42:37 on June 23rd of 2024.
Well, play, you don't know it.
And then the response,
FB going to Beezer's tonight or some shit like that.
that's the response from Ms. Enright. And then the response from Sean Gathwright's device that occurs at 1:25:25 a.m.
Is he there yet? Question mark.
And then the final message on this exhibit that occurs at 1:28:16 a.m.
No.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 77. Is this the cell phone mapping that you did in this case? And did I ask you to take a look at all of the cell phone mapping that you had done, and then initial and date the CD that it was placed on?
Yes.
Are your initials and the date?
Yes.
And does this fairly and accurately reflect the cell phone mapping that was done?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd introduce into evidence State's Exhibit number 77.
Any objection? Okay, admitted.
about this. You said that there was cell phone software that you utilized to create this mapping.
Correct.
Can you tell us exactly what you did?
Yeah, so it's a program called CellHawk, and when I get the raw data files from T-Mobile, I put them into CellHawk, and then it interpreted this way in a visual representation on a map.
Okay. Can you kind of explain to us what that guide means at the right of the screen?
Yeah, so when we want to establish or look at it in a chronological timeline order, it would open up this box on the right, and what you can see on the right there is the date and time that the data is showing for, and as you scrolls chronologically, you'll see the corresponding hits on the map. So you could actually work it as a slider, fast forward it, pause it, to basically go back and forth and look at the chronological timeline.
And can you control how fast the timeline moves?
Yes.
And I want you to look at that cluster of brown that is in the center.
Yes.
Okay. Are those different dates and times that are all overlapping over one another?
Yeah, this is from the timing in advance, so every little connection the phone's doing with the tower almost every 10 seconds.
And does the time and date, does it pop up in the location on the map that corresponds to where that device is?
The latitude and longitude of the actual device, yes.
And how fast are you having this time elapse to show the movement of the device belonging to Alicia Andrews?
Every second in real time represents 5 minutes in the display.
And what point in time did you start what day did you start the cell phone mapping?
This specifically starts at 2:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday the 22nd. So this was the time that she's being picked up by Isaiah on the way to Sean's house.
And this is a map of Jacksonville, is that correct?
Correct.
And do you have the entire state of Florida? Does it move and show movement from Jacksonville to Tampa?
Yes.
And how long does this mapping last for?
Throughout the time frame of our incident.
And again, is the date and time reflected to the right as the same corresponding time is popping up on the map?
Correct.
What is being shown now?
This is the device traveling from Jacksonville, Florida towards Tampa on the afternoon of Saturday the 22nd.
Do you also have the locations that are involved in this incident mapped out on the map?
Yes, I specifically highlighted the Airbnb where the defendant stayed at, the 2 clubs that the victim was at, and then the scene where the homicide happened.
Okay, approximately what time period are we at now?
We're at 8 p.m. now after they arrived at the Airbnb.
And what do we just see there?
That's when the phone went to McDonald's.
And now?
We're at Teasers, 2:30 a.m. Between 2:30 and 3. Hillsborough, and came back to the Teasers area.
And now?
Back to the Hillsborough area between 3 and 4. 4 at Truth 18.
And now?
425 near the Homestead Suites.
Okay, and now?
back to the Airbnb.
Okay, and this next slide, is this a freeze frame of the cell phone mapping?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us what time and what we're looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at 7:55 p.m. and the device is showing in the Airbnb. LOAs will corroborate the accuracy of the data that we're getting from the cell phone companies is finding things like video evidence where we can see that there's a phone in conjunction where the device is showing at.
Again, is this another freeze frame of that cell phone mapping that we just saw?
Yes.
And what is the map that we're looking at? Is that a map of Tampa, and what is located on that map?
Yeah, that's showing the device on the top right there in the vicinity of the McDonald's there.
Did you place the video clip taken from the McDonald's from June 23rd of 2024?
Yes,
And that's that silver Chevy Cruze.
correct.
What's in this next slide?
What we have here is a device showing in the area of teasers at 231.56 and the corresponding call detail records around that time. And then this is a visual from the camera footage from teasers around 2:27, just a few minutes prior, showing Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews in the parking lot of teasers.
And that's her device in his hand, is that correct?
Correct.
And the corresponding call detail records up there that we saw on Alicia Andrews' phone, those are to that number 904-945-382.
Sean Gateway's number, yes.
And what about here?
This is the device showing in the area of actually, I'm not quite sure where this specific photo is at. Oh, I'm sorry, 15th and Hillsborough, yes. I had a brain fart there. 15th and Hillsborough, and then we cooperated with the license plate reader at 15th and Hillsborough.
And again, that's one of the license plate readers that is capturing which vehicle?
The Silver Cruise.
And then when we're looking at, since we have a still photo, a still shot of the cell phone mapping, can you kind of explain the diagram and what exactly it's showing?
Yeah, so the diagram is showing what you see, the triangle there, that's the quadrant of the tower that's in the direction the device is at. And then there's a line that comes from that onto a circle, and the circle has different levels of accuracy down to the smallest circle, trying to show exactly where that device is at. So there's data for the tower that it's communicating with and data for the physical location of the actual device.
And then again, what is this?
Yeah, this is a screenshot recovered from her iCloud backup of directions to teasers from the Hillsborough area.
And again, that is a map along that pathway that she would have to take to get to teasers. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then in this next slide,
Again, back to Hillsborough 15th. They've passed that license plate reader multiple times.
and her phone is corresponding, showing in the same area and location. Is that correct?
Correct.
This next slide.
So this is Alicia's phone in the vicinity of Truth 18 and cooperated by video surveillance footage from Truth 18.
And what time are we at now?
Approximately 4 a.m.
Okay, and again, this is that screenshot that was recovered from her iCloud account. Is that correct?
Correct.
And again, is that there at the same approximate time as her phone?
Correct.
And what is this a photo of?
This is the data showing that Alicia's device was at the scene of the homicide at the time of the homicide.
The same time that silver Chevy Cruze is seen circling around the parking lot and passing the victim twice.
Correct.
And this slide,
Alicia's device at the Airbnb at 2:59 p.m. at the same time that she's seen on camera coming out of the Airbnb.
what's in this slide?
This is Alicia's device passing Lottie on her way back to Jacksonville, and corroborated by the Uber that she was in hitting a license plate reader in that same area at that same time.
So you also got the license tag from the Uber, is that correct?
Correct.
And Detective, it's Miss Andrews.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is in this slide?
This is Miss Andrews' device in the area of Sean Gaithwright's house at the time, corroborated by the video surveillance footage from Mr. Gaithwright's house.
You also do the same cell phone mapping for the data from Isaiah Chance's phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what is now plotted on this particular video?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, where are we at this point?
This is a Saturday around 5 p.m., the 22nd, on the travel down to Tampa.
And are those times where you see his device traveling down to Tampa, is that corresponding with the times that Alicia Andrews' device is traveling down to Tampa?
Yes.
Same route?
Yes.
Again, the same 4 points of interest plotted on this map?
Correct.
What time are we at now?
11 p.m. on the 22nd.
Is there some point where you are not seeing the same type of data on this phone during that time period as you are seeing on Alicia Andrews' phone?
Correct. The data that was used to make this demonstrative did not include the timing advance that shows second by second kind of updates. This is mostly just called detail records with lat and long.
So there's a difference in the type of data that is provided by T-Mobile for Alicia Andrews' phone than it is for Isaiah Chance's phone. Is that correct?
Correct. They're with 2 different providers.
But there was some activity both at Teasers. Is that correct?
Yes, teasers and the scene of the murder at the time of the murder for Isaiah's phone.
Did you do the same sort of verification and confirmation of the times provided by the cell phone data provided by AT&T of Isaiah Chance's phone?
Correct.
What are we looking at this slide?
This is Mr. Chance's phone in the area of Hillsborough and 15th at the time that the Silver Cruise is hitting at a license plate reader there.
Here in Tampa?
Yes.
And then again, is this a still shot of the cell phone mapping?
Yes.
And what are the times that we're looking at that his device is utilizing cell phone towers?
We're looking here specifically in the time frame of the homicide at around 4:40 a.m.
And is the murder scene within the area that is covered by that cell phone tower?
Yes.
And when we're looking at that kind of open triangle, the coverage includes the area that is included within that triangle. Is that correct?
Yes. It's pointing in the area that the device is at.
Tell us what's in this slide.
This is on the left of Mr. Chance's device, again hitting off of a tower, pointing towards the scene around the same time that the Silver Cruise is seen on camera at the murder scene.
And why is this particular area circled on the silver Chevy Cruze?
It was one of the ways we were able to verify it was the correct cruise. It had some unique damage, kind of like a scrape or scuff mark from a prior collision in that circled area.
And that was confirmed when eventually that vehicle was seized.
Yes.
What's contained in this slide?
Mr. Chance's device in the vicinity of the Airbnb at the same time that you've seen on camera there.
And what time is that?
This is in the afternoon of the 23rd, 3:08 p.m.
Did you also do the same thing for the device belonging to Sean Gathright?
Correct.
And again, the cell phone mapping data that you got from AT&T as opposed to the T-Mobile provided for the defendant's device, what type of information did you receive in order to do the cell phone mapping of Sean Gathright?
Similar information. Mr. Gathwright's device was more active, so there's a lot more activity on it.
And did you do the same time period?
Yes.
And again, what are we seeing here?
This is the afternoon of Saturday, 22nd, the travel down from Jacksonville to Tampa.
Same time as when Alicia Andrews' device and Isaiah Chance's devices are traveling down from Jacksonville to Tampa.
Yes, ma'am.
Same path of travel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, approximately what time is this device showing up near the Airbnb?
7:52 p.m.
And where's the device now?
Between 10 and 10:30, it drove up and down Nebraska near Teasers.
Back at the Airbnb?
Yes.
Where is it traveling to now?
Around 2 a.m. back to Teasers.
And now?
Goes to Hillsboro between 3 and 4 a.m.
And then where?
After 4 a.m. it goes to Choose 18.
And then where does it go from there?
425 to 440 at the Homestead Suites, the homicide scene.
And then?
After the homicide, back to the Airbnb.
Did you do the same sort of verification and corroboration?
Yes.
Tell us what's in this slide at 2:45 p.m. on June 22nd of 2024.
Mr. Gaithwright's device is hitting off the tower in the vicinity of his home in Jacksonville at the same time that he's seen on camera at his home in Jacksonville.
That's what's being shown in that video.
Correct.
And then now, what is in this slide?
A message from Mr. Chance to Mr. Gaithwright with the address to the Airbnb in Tampa.
This slide.
The messages between John Gaithwright's device and Kayla Enright trying to solicit information from Fatboy.
Okay, and at this time period, where is he at?
Airbnb in Tampa.
What's in this slide?
The messages between Mr. Gaithwright
Those
and
the continuing.
Let me take a praise break right now and put up my banner for Miss Holly Correnti. Hold on. Subscribe to Z Therapy, Holly Correnti on YouTube. Subscribe for all your Zumba needs. Move and groove to the rhythms and tell friends and family members to join in too. Tell her Silly Sky sent you. I have to make sure I can get Holly's. She's like, oh, but I have to make sure I get Holly's information up here. I put up a step aerobics video this week. I don't know. I might have seen that. I have to check that out. But I want to make sure people subscribe to your channel so you can be like, you be like me. You can have 1,000 viewers. You were ahead of me for a long time, and I just cruised past you. That's why I'm doing this. I want you to have 10,000 viewers. I want you to have 100,000. I want you to have 1,000,000 viewers, Holly. Yes. I want you to have all that because you put in the work. It seems like you have. I mean, it's not just seems. You have fun. I can tell you're having a good time, and it's healthy and healthful, and you're helping out people to get in shape and get active. So that's always good. I'm sucking Rolly now. Well, you're not doing too shabby. You got what, 920 or something like that? You got like you're very close. I was at 920. I'm only at 1,005. So, and that could change any moment. So don't put yourself down too bad, Holly. So I just want to make sure I put that on the screen. Make sure you subscribe to Z Therapy, Holly Correnti. Let her know that the Silly Sky sent you. She already knows, she's in the chat. So I just had to make sure I put that out there. Bam. Okay. Son of Sun 90 says, we love you, Holly. Keep up the great work. You are a great mother. You do good work with the elders as well. You need that 1,000 sub plaque. Yeah, 1,000 sub plaque. I wouldn't even accept that. I would only accept 500,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers. I wouldn't even accept it because that wouldn't give me the motive to do more. Like, oh, I'm okay. I got 1,000. I'm good. No. I ordered a new CMOS this week, so fam will send me another letter for you. Thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate that. See, that's all you have to do. Son of Sun 90 knows he can go at me all day. Texas Carnage 817, I don't even like to use his name, but he was going at Holly, and I'm like, no, you go at me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not going to go at Holly. We know each other. We were face to face over a decade ago. We're friends. So I have nothing to do with you, Texas, whatever. But Bumba and Son of Sun 90, I appreciate you for being respectful to the lady of the house. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because she is what holds me down. She's a subscriber of mine who's a female. And I have like -6 females. I used to have like 3 or 4% females. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe they got scared of the, maybe they wanted to see my face. I don't know. But yeah, so back to the long crime. This video is getting over 10,000 views. If you didn't know that, this video has got crazy views live. The live is wild. 10,572 watching right now. That's insane. That's the most I think I've ever seen of anything. I don't think Diddy couldn't because they didn't have the live video. But
What are we looking at in this photo?
We're looking at mapping of Gaithrights device showing in the vicinity of a nightclub called Club. I believe the name is in the top left there.
Okay, this is really interesting. I think this whole case is fascinating. I think the in-depth investigation and the tools. Who J. Cole? Holly, you gotta stop watching Love and Hip Hop and start listening to hip hop. J. Cole is one of the premier rappers of all time. He's a young guy though. He came out around 2009-ish, 2010. I think his first album was in 2010. I think it was called Cold World, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me. Holly says no. That's not what I meant. Well, I was stupid. I didn't know what you meant. I didn't know what you're saying. I meant, was he talking about J. Cole? Was who talking about J. Cole? Holly? Whom was talking about J. Cole? You talking about Cameron? Son. Oh, son. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, son to son is referring to J. Cole being sued by Cameron. And I've not even looked at I've seen the hip hop zines and they're not even covering it. I don't know where they're getting their information from. They might have got it from they might have gotten it from radio or something like that. I don't know. But I looked at that. Yeah, way. It's deep. J. Cole, the whole case is Cameron wanted proper compensation for his contribution to one of J. Cole's songs. He didn't get it, and so now he's suing him for it. That's the gist I got from it. I could be wrong. Correct my dumb ass if I am wrong, but that's what I understood from it. That's the whole issue, Holly. The compensation for a song he was on, or he would have, or J. Cole would appear on one of Cameron's songs. That's what I understood from it. But I'm gonna do a deep dive. You know, as much as information I can possibly get. Cole should be sued for the bad. Oh, come on, Bumba. Bumba, I just found out was a African god, by the way. But come on, Cole. Bad music. He has bars. That's what they called him, top 3. And Kendrick was like, "Nah, I'm not top 3. I'm top me." But yeah. So Cole has great music. I think he has some of the best lyricism and the best, pops. He can do like radio songs. He can do album cuts. He did albums without any features at all. He doesn't have to rely on a feature. It's cool when he does do features, but he doesn't have to rely on them. Grippy. I don't know what J. Cole is great. Okay. See, I'm stupid, Holly. You have to forgive me. I didn't know what you meant. But grippy. I don't know what grippy is, Bubba. You got a little butt, so what? Was that one of his lyrics? J. Cole's one of my favorite lines comes from Blueprint 3 when he was just starting out. Jay-Z had a song called "Every Star Is Born," and Cole said, "I get colder than a." Oh, what did he say? He said, "Colder than a gold digger's shoulder when a broke nigga approaches." I thought that was dope. That was a dope line. Cole's a legend. We watch Cole growing with his music. That's facts, son 90. Facts. He's just a little bit younger or older than me. I think he's a little bit older. I think he's born in 1987. I was born in 1988. Let's make sure. So, let me see. J. Cole. He was born in 85. Excuse me. Damn. He's really old. That man 40. That nigga old. Damn. I was giving him some years. He was born January 28th, 1985. God damn. That nigga is old. So we got 4 people in the house. I was just going for 0. I was looking at it like 0. I'm just gonna put it up on Mr. Tourain's community section, even though he's not a huge supporter of this particular case. I'm still gonna do it. Ooh, oh my god. But Cam, okay, so Son 90 says, but Cam will lose. They had a verbal agreement. Uh-oh. I don't know if a verbal agreement will stand though. Don't you need documentation? I don't know if a verbal agreement will be able to hold up in a court a court of law, excuse me. Colder than a witch's titty in a brass bra. Well, that's not a J. Cole line, but it was similar to that. But colder than a broke than a gold nigga shoulders when a broke nigga approaches. I thought that was dope. Verbal agreements do hold up in court if both agree it happened. Okay. So what if J. Cole says, nah, it never happened and it didn't go down like that? Jay-Z said no one can face him in a versus battle. What you think, so? I saw online the headline, always the headline catches you. It said Jay-Z names the only person that can win against him in a versus. It wouldn't be Nas. That's the obvious choice. You would say, oh yeah, Nas, they had a battle. It was one of the biggest battles in hip-hop history. That's too simple. I think that'd be too simple to say. I think that Jay could, Ghost. I guess Ghost. Ghost could beat him. Big L could beat him. But seriously, I just don't think. I don't think of anybody right now. Maybe Kendrick. Maybe. I think that much on the Sun 90. Maybe Kendrick could, knock him off his square. But I think Jay-Z has so many hits, so many different styles and slang and flows that Kendrick Lamar would be like perplexed. He'd be like, damn, I really can't go at this guy. But yeah, that's what I think. Pac, yeah, a Ghost, exactly. Pac versus Jay-Z. I mean, Pac never had those intricate metaphor, simile, allegory, narratives to his songs. He had like Dear Mama is kind of the closest thing he had to a narrative. Brenda's Got a Baby is the closest thing he had to a narrative. Here we go. Now we're trolling. Hologram Pac, that would be interesting. Not you, Son of Sonati, but Bumba. Lil Mama versus Jay-Z. Now we have to troll. Get your troll on. Holly, you still in here or you finished your lunch? I don't want to keep you from your day-to-day functioning. Ye versus Jay. Oh man. He would be demolished. Ye couldn't. Ye is a producer rap. He was my favorite or the best producer rapper. Now it's Dr. Dre. I try to say it like this. Here's my top 5. My top 5 are number 5, DJ Quick. Number 4, Swizz Beats. No. That's not right. Timbaland. Number 3, Ye, I guess. Number 2, Swizz Beats. Number 1, Dr. Dre. Those are the best producer rappers of all time. Okay. Holly says, I'm still listening and typing for now. Are you typing for work or are you typing for the messages? I don't want to introduce your work. I want you to be like, yeah, I was just listening to his show and, I got ahead of myself and I thought I was going to be able to, do 2 things at once. Uh-oh, she's doing work. Oh my goodness. I appreciate it, Holly. I don't want to get you fired now. Don't get fired over me. Please don't, because I know you are busy. You do a lot of work. You put in a lot of work. So I appreciate that. But yeah, this is a juggernaut right now. This story is huge. It's got a lot of viewers on Law and Crime. Possibly because of the defendant. She's a young, light-skinned, wavy-haired. She's wearing the sweaters, the light-colored sweaters to make her look like she's a child. Makes her look she's like 15, 16 years old. She looks very young, but she's 22 years old. She's writing down something. I don't know what she's writing down. Who knows what in the world she's writing down? I wish they would admit that to evidence. But I'm just fascinated. They got the daggone drinks. They got the drinks at the club. They have the radius from the AT&T towers, the T-Mobile towers. And people, remember what you write in your text. They're not yours. They're public. They're not private. They're public information, especially if you're caught up in a situation like this. It can be used against you. So be careful of what you write on your text messages and your messenger and your Snapchat and all this. Everything can be recorded. Everything is part of the public domain. From what I understand, it's not privatized. It's using private means, using your own phone. You own your phone, but you don't own those cell towers that ping you and ping your car. That the information that's in your car's computer is tracked at every visible second, every place you go. So that's how I see it anyway. See, it just went down to 7,000, but at the peak it was at plus 10,000 viewers. So this is picking up traction. Julio Foolio, I have no idea what your music sounds like. I might need to do a deep dive. I think I heard a few songs from him, but didn't get into it. It's probably the same thing. Shoot your ops up, get your girl, bring her to the house for some top, and kick her out. And I gun down my ops, and whatever. Same old. As Jean-Michel Basquiat once said, the late great genius Basquiat. So we got 3 people in here. I think Holly's still in here. She's busy. I'm not going to bother her. She's doing things that are more important. I understand that completely. So that is the truth anyhow. That is the reality. Okay. Salute to you, Holly. Go. Get back to that money, girl. Don't let me impede your progress. Then I'm a bad journalist. I can easily admit that. I was I'm not good for for video. I'm good for print. I'm a writer, not a biter. Salute to you, Holly. I'm a writer, not a biter. It doesn't even matter really if I listen to the music or not. It's not going to add to the case. So I'll go back to the live feed. Hold on.
At the same time,
And they're off the air anyway. So I'm glad I was talking. Hold on. Okay. So, yes, it's bad, very bad journalism. I mean, I did a deep dive and almost drowned in information. It's a lot. And Julio Foolio's music doesn't move me. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the drill rap, or other words, kill rap. You couldn't use the word kill, so they had to use the word drill rap. But that's the story behind that. That's like it really doesn't matter. So this is a matter that has to be addressed, I think. Julio Foolio. This is a Charles Jones, his government name. But it is it's a sad reality, but I'm glad the technology is so ahead of its, ahead of us. We don't recognize it. So I'd like to thank everybody that came through. I was at zero for like 10, 20, half an hour, or something like that. And then people started trickling in, and I was like, okay, I welcome you. So thank you all for coming in. I see you. Wizard was the first one. Then Holly came in. Son of Sun 90. And Bumba. So I appreciate everybody that chimed in for this. And we shall see what happens in the future with this particular case. And allow it to resonate within you. The amount of technology used, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But I will see you sometime tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know. We'll see. Take care.